Hello everyone, my name is Francesca Duval and I'm from Alchemist Farm in Northern California. I've heard from a lot of chefs and folks online that 2019 is shaping up to be the year of the quail. So if you are interested in adding some to your small backyard or your large homestead, this could be a good time. And this video is going to be a great resource for you on what you need to get started with them. Let's talk about housing for the quail. What keeps a quail happy is a quail feeling safe. Quail are very different than chickens. In my mind, what a chicken wants is to be out free-ranging on pasture and having ample space, free in the sunshine and tons of grass. And that's not exactly what a quail wants. If you think about how you see quail in the wild, you might see them running across the road, but where they're actually hanging out is in brush and in low, dense areas underneath trees. Here in California, it's in a lot of blackberry bushes. If you have bushes like that of the sort where you live, then that's probably where they're hiding. They do that because predators know they are delicious. And quail know that predators know they're delicious. And so they do everything they can to hide. So in thinking about the enclosure that you want to be creating for them, you want to be giving them something that mimics where they'd want to be in the wild. That can be something with a really low profile roof, so that they feel like they're nice and woomy and cocoony, or something that has a really high aviary roof, but then some branches that they can hide, bramble that they can hide on the ground level from, or from predators and feel like they're safe. It's so interesting to think about what's humane for the animals, and what I've landed on over the years is the most humane thing for any animal is making them feel safe, allowing them clean access to food and water, keeping them away from their droppings, and if they're laying lots of eggs, in the case of poultry. If they're laying lots of eggs, that lets me know that they aren't stressed out and they feel like all of their needs are being met. So in thinking of the space for the quails, mimicking nature and then making sure that predators can't look in on them, because they can die of heart attacks so easily if a hawk is landing on, say, a tractor that you've created for them out in the field and you're moving them about in your pasture and the sun is shining on part of it. If a hawk sees them, they're gonna want them because they're tasty. So if they land on there and stare in at the quail might get really scared. So you need to protect them by giving them lots of shelter and spaces where they can hide out in. If you don't have a lot of pasture to tractor them on, you could put them in a rabbit-style hutch, something that has a lower roof so they feel really safe. I say a low roof because a quail's reaction to fear or the possibility of predators being near is to jump straight up in the air like a piece of popcorn. And when they do that, if the roof is low enough, they just barely hit their heads and come down and they're okay. If the roof is like 3 to 4 feet, there's a possibility that they could pop up and break their necks, which would be so devastating if you went out and all of the quail were dead and you think, gosh, what happened? It might have been a neighborhood cat coming by that had scared them, or a loud noise, a chainsaw starting, things like that, and they had that reaction to hop up really quick and get away. Low profile roof or a really high aviary roof with them brambles for them to hide out in is what's ideal for them so that they can't hurt their necks. Also, sheltering them from wind and cold. They really need a wind block, because if they're feeling like they're exposed in the elements at all, they're gonna not lay eggs for you and they'll be unhappy. So giving them something with 3 sides if possible, and a roof, depending on your size and whether you have 2 or 200 quail, everyone's setup looks a little bit different. They are one of the few birds that can be totally happy in confinement and not need to be out running around in the grass. If you do let them roam, they will not come back like a chicken does. They don't have the same roosting instinct that a chicken does, where they're imprinted to the coop, they know to go in at night at dusk. Quail will just hunker down right where they are and hope nobody sees them. And to me, a bird that is being left out for predators to consume isn't a bird that's being treated as well as it can. Oh, one more note about the sound. Quail hens just kind of chat. They're not loud like a chicken. They don't make any sounds when they lay eggs. But a quail male has a crow. It's not as loud as that, but it sounds like one of those saws that you would hear in an old-timey band being played, that like kind of warbly saw underwater. It's like a whoop, 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 whoop. I can't even begin to do it properly because it's so unique and interesting. But whenever we have visitors come out to the farm, they'll hear that and go, whoa, like, that's not a chicken, what's that sound? So it's very pleasing to the ear. Okay, that's the last bit of quail information I can give you for now. I hope you all have a good day.